Testing, testing. Let's get some music. Lo-fi. Lo-fi, where is it? There we go. Is this lo-fi? Okay. Anyways, did a few things this week. Just gonna talk about it during dev chat. Let me go into the server.
Hello.
Hello. One moment, John. Can you say
Hi.
something?
Something.
Alright. I'm not sure why. For some reason, when you talk, right, Streamlabs seems to pick up your audio signal in under the mic. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but it feels like my mic is picking up your whatever you're saying.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe it's a Discord thing. Oh, it's okay now.
Maybe.
I think it's okay now.
Okay. Huh.
Hang on. Okay, how's the week?
Busy as usual.
Still busy.
Yeah.
It's busy whole year round, man.
Yeah, feels like it. Can you believe it? To the first quarter is
It's
kinda
over. Yeah, first quarter of the year is over. The hell, John?
Yeah.
Time flies. The hell?
Time flies.
Haven't even started prototyping my next game. Where's the time?
Where's the time?
Where's the time? Hang on. I just released a Jamjaboa update yesterday. Yeah,
Awesome.
finally. After more than half a year. It's crazy, it took so long.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, where's DBS?
He's in here.
Is it? Hang on, let me check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo. How's your week?
It's alright.
It's alright? Awesome. Are you working on your Krula, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we can. Just one moment. Sorry, just drinking some water. I guess we can start. Same thing, 20 minutes. Shall we start, John?
Yeah, I got nothing much to report.
As always.
As always. Let me share my screen.
Okay, one short moment. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's loading some stuff, yay, and then we have like animations, yay.
Say again, what? Animations,
Oh,
what?
now the walk-in animation is in.
Are you doing this from scratch, or is that how are you approaching this pod? Are you converting the code
from scratch?
Like you have access to the. This is in action. No, this is in Hex, is it?
No, this is in JavaScript.
No, what I mean is,
Uh,
sorry,
the-
I mean it's
the
the original,
original?
yeah.
The original was in ActionScript 3. We made it
So,
in Flash.
so are you like literally porting the code from ActionScript to JavaScript?
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm kind of like I don't want to port the whole pixel to
Yeah.
JavaScript,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm just like picking parts that I want and putting them into just like building my own kind of setup, my own
Right.
framework.
But is the sprite class, right? Is the sprite class also a port from Fixer, or is it are you like re-implementing it your own way?
Alright, so I'm using Pixie.js's sprite class.
Yeah.
And so there are differences. It's not the same as Flixel's sprite class. Like Flixel's sprite class supports animated sprites, right? And then you can tell it to play different animations. Right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, in Pixie you have an animated sprite, class, but you don't tell it what animations to play. As far as I know, it's an animation by itself.
So it's always looping.
Yeah. Or you can tell it not to, I guess. But so basically, I'm for one sprite that I have, right? I have to have multiple animated sprites.
Ah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So for
So one character
I
you have
to-
multiple. Right. So you need
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a map of animated sprites then.
Yeah. So I have to like work around differences that are in here.
Right. How's a map in JavaScript look, John?
How does it look? How does it look? Then you can just use a JavaScript object.
Right.
That looks kind of like this. You can just define an object like this. Ignore this thing.
Right.
This thing. Yeah, but yeah. I can show you the code. Oh, rather, it's just your JSON object, right? An object is like this. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So I just took.
So the frames is like wait, hang on, let me see. Right, it's a collection of key value pair with each value being its own object, is it? It's like frames.
Oh, yeah, no, well, in this case, these are actually generated from it's an atlas. So open up as an atlas.
Oh, you have a tool for that.
Yeah, I'm using the sprite builder to. So
Nice.
this is the.
Can you tell us more about this sprite builder?
Sprite sheet builder, right? So it's just something to is it called spreadsheet builder? I think so. Oh, spreadsheet JS. Sorry.
JS,
I think. Yeah. So this is just a tool to form a texture atlas from your images.
and it
So
gives you a JSON file containing all of the dimensions and all the details.
Exactly. And it can output a whole bunch of different formats depending on what you want.
Oh, look at that.
Starling compatible, Sparrow compatible, JSON, Pixie.js compatible, Cocos 2D compatible.
Well, that means you
call
can
it, like-
use this for your own engine as well, right? Like if you ever need.
Yeah.
Wow. Hang on, can I write this down just a moment? What's it called again?
It's called spreadsheet.js,
Spritesheet.js.
which is of old spreadsheet.js.
Wait,
Yeah, but
so
you can just say
Spritesheet.js. Wait. So it's not. Oh, it's a command line. Is it a command line tool? Why is
it's
it
a
called
command tool, but
.js?
it's written in JavaScript,
Right.
and you can use it. How do I explain? I think there is an API. Yeah, you can run it through Node.js. To if you were to write some Node.js thing, but I don't think you can run it in the browser.
Right.
but you don't really have to run it in the browser.
I mean, you
right?
can.
I guess.
It has a command line interface, right? So long as
Mm-hmm.
you can use that,
Yeah.
it's useful. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have like a step. Where is it? Yeah. So I have a step. I just run like npm run build spreadsheet, and then it runs this command line over here. Spreadsheet.js, output in pixie.js format. Give it a name, Atlas.
Right.
Read all my images from assets, something like that. Yeah.
What
then after
process
that,
this package.js? Your like who reads this JSON file? Not JS, sorry, JSON.
Package.json?
Package.js.
Oh, npm. So it's like your these are some standard tools that come with the Node.js environment.
Right.
npm is the Node package manager,
Hmm.
and npm understands the package.json thing. So I can just do npm run spreadsheet, build spreadsheet. Yeah, and then it'll run the commands that I want. I also use a step called, I use a tool called OptiPNG to optimize the PNG that's generated after that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
npm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so
npm
you can use it beyond just importing new packages.
Yeah. You can yeah, you can tell it what scripts to. You can tell it to run scripts.
Oh, that's nice.
So the usual one is like npm start, right? But so you can put like a start script, and then you do some command here. That's the usual thing.
That's nice.
But of course, you can always put more scripts that can make your own test cases. You can tell it to build your stuff. You can tell it to clean your outputs.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
As Han says, I think package.json is also like the main entry for Node.js runtime, like Java's or Python's main method.
Sort of. You don't actually have to use this. I mean, Node supports like just running like a script by itself, right? You can do something like that. You don't actually need a package manager for this, but if you want like your dependencies and all that, usually you run like npm install some dependency, right? And then it will install it. It will check it down. It will note down what version was installed in your package.json, and then like this, like Howler and pixie.js legacy.
Yeah, that's nice, right? You can specify all of the dependencies. It's nice. That's nice.
So you can do, what people typically do is they write a start script here and then just say like node and then some index.js or something. And then on the command line, they just run like npm start. And that would run this command.
Right. And that would just start your game with that. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So in this case, what I do is I have this thing called npm run, this dev script, and then it starts up my server on localhost 1234. It starts Parcel basically. It runs this command.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So what next up? Actually get the gameplay in next week.
Yeah.
Actually put the gameplay in.
This is a setup from the original already, right? Because the original, I don't think we had the texture atlas, right?
We did not. Yeah, this is different.
I don't think what's that framework we use again? I don't think Flixel has that built in, right? It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Not the old Flixel, at least. I think the Hex Flixel has support for it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So yeah, next week. Next week. Actual gameplay. For reals this time.
For real, really?
For reals. Really reals.
Next week, actual gameplay. Cool.
Yeah, for real.
Cool.
Okay. That's it from me.
That's it.
Chinykian.
Yeah, I guess it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a mo. Is my screen showing? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
One moment, yeah. Damn, I didn't prepare. Just one moment.
Oh, no.
Okay, something I would like to talk about is I went through some of the translated text. So I bought the localization right via the Google Play console. Right, Google Play console, like there's an interface for you to submit and purchase localized strings, and that's what I did. But then when I got the strings, I looked through some of the translated text. I realized that I forgot to provide context. So there was this one word that I think was translated wrongly for some of the languages. So the word was credits. So in the context of my game, credits means who did what, right? And I noticed in some languages it was translated to mean money, right? Yeah, credit as in money or school credits, 学分, right? They say. I was like, what's that? That's wrong, right? So I'm not gonna like repurchase the localization just for that one word. So I found out there is this website. Well, not website. There's this Google Sheets.
Chat.openai.org.
Well, what? Say again?
This website called chat.openai.org.
No. I'm talking about this common game localizations. So someone has very kindly provided the translated text in various languages and even provided the context for it. So if you let me just paste this link into the chat.
Oh wow.
Right, I've known about the existence of like this sort of sprite sheets, right? Because it's something that I needed, right? So I've been looking it up, and yeah. So this time round, I needed to use it because of that wrongly translated word. So I got to this sprite sheet here, and I started looking for the appropriate context, right? So the context I want is menu. So I go to menu, and then if you scroll down, right, you can actually find credits. There we go, credits. Right,
Nice.
so this is all the languages in here. For some reason, they don't have French, which is a bit odd. You would think that the French should be common enough, but it's not there, right? But I did eventually got the text I want, like even for Chinese, it says 制作人员, right, which is crew member, right, or something like that. Yeah, because I was thinking, oh, what's credits in Chinese? What's credits in Chinese? It turns out that you just need to use a completely different word for it. Yeah, so that's that. Alright, it's useful, and I hopefully it will be useful for you as well at some point. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's good. It's good. So, so that's one thing that I've done. Another thing I've done is I've added one more character, but this will not go into version 1.5.0. I intend for new characters to go into 1.6.0. And that character is our character. John and I worked on this game called Space Jack. I think Devious heard of it already.
Yeah, I remember. I think I did.
Yeah. So this is the character,
Yeah.
Technician Dave, right? So I just put it in there. It's not much, but it's something, and I intend to keep adding more characters because the intention is to have 10 characters before May. Right, so that is definitely a hard deadline that I have to meet. So that's one thing. Another thing, I think I'll just mention it passingly. So someone reached out and said, hey, in the previous version of the game, how do I put it? You know, in version 1.4.0, I made changes to the sponsor screen, right? And the sponsor screen basically it now acts as an entry point to the shop. But for like some of the older players, they were introduced to the shop in a different manner, right? Basically, the shop just pop up every once in a while, and then they have an option to say, hey, don't remind me. So someone wrote to me and say, hey, I've been playing this game since launch, right? It says that previously I said, hey, don't remind me about the shop, but ever since the version 1.4.0, the sponsor screen basically reminds player that, hey, there's a shop somewhere. It says that, is it possible to revert to how it was before, right? At least for the person in question. And I thought about it, and it makes sense because they have already specified don't remind me, because that's what I used to provide them. And for those people who have specified that, you know, they are not going to buy anything, I'm going to give them an option in the menu to revert the sponsor screen to how it was like before, right? But of course, when I make these changes, I have to be careful, right? Because stuff like this can affect, can adversely impact revenue. So for now, I'm only providing that option to the people who has already specified that they don't want to see the shop, right? So that's one thing. Yeah.
So how does it work for new people?
So the new people will be treated. How do I put it? The new people will only see what the 1.4.0 provides, which is fine, right? I tested it, and the people who've seen that sponsor screen for the first time, right? They liked it, but it's the people who are faced with the change, right? Well, I wouldn't say people. It's one guy who mentioned that. It's the guy. It's the guy who will suddenly faced with a change that feels a bit resistance towards that change. So I'm for now, right? I'm only providing that old interface to that particular group of people. Yeah, but then over time, I may open up that option to more people. But stuff like this, I have to do it slowly, because if I do it all in one go, then I cannot really track what the impact of this change does, right, for the game itself, or rather for the revenue of the game. So that's something I have to be careful about. But for now, based on the fact that most people like what I've done with a 1.4.0 sponsor screen, I'm only opening up this option to the older players. Then I did something. Oh, Han say, is this called A/B testing? Not really. Because A/B testing means
like...
you provide two separate versions to randomly, right, to different people, and then you gauge which one is better. So that would be A/B testing. In my case, it's really just customer service.
What was it called? Legacy?
Legacy, yes, Legacy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost certain, right? Like, if I had released the game with the sponsor screen as it is now, right? And there wasn't any change to it, no one would have complained, right? The people complain to me because they are used to the old ways, right? I actually like the current implementation better, because you can actually skip to the ad way faster than if you just stand there and wait. But there are people who just prefer to wait. So I think to each their own, I guess, right? Once they are used to something, they don't want to change. So
as long as it's not too much trouble on your end.
Yeah, I've already added it, so like I can show you. You see, so this one, if you go into gameplay, right, this is the only 4 options, right? But if you make changes to, say, right, if long time ago they say don't remind me, right, in the save data, there will be a flag that is set to 1. Where the hell is it? Where the hell? It says it's supposed to be don't remind me. Just one moment. Don't remind me. This one. If you change it to 1, or basically true, right? And then I start the game. Right, so you eh?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, I
Uh-oh.
guess that guy isn't gonna get what he wants.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my. Wait, I did it! Oh freak! Oh my bloody god.
just tell him, I put it in, but you know, it's just a bug, it's not showing up.
No! No,
Works
what
on
the
my
freak?
computer.
Guess you gotta deal with it now, buddy.
Oh my god, it's not showing up.
You did say it was one guy, so.
Oh no! I have to write this now, hang on. Oh my god. Crying out loud. Gameplay settings, look into it, there's a bug there. God damn it. God damn it.
Works on my computer.
Crap. Anyways, let me show you what I've done. So if you notice, this second option is no longer called character, it's called customization. And if I go in, same as usual, you see new characters, and then you can see that you can select characters, right? I do have a second gachapon machine. It says new sublet here, and you can select different sublets. Check this out. So,
Tennis ball.
yeah, tennis ball. Let me show you something. Let me give myself 1,000 tickets.
Hex.
Yes, hex.
X.
And I'm just going to hang on. I'm just going to unlock. This is the OG ring.
I wonder if anyone's gonna mistake that as something else.
Which one? The ring?
Yeah, the OG ring. 'Cause it's like, well, what if they don't know what OG means? It's like, what's this weird ring?
Well, they can think whatever they want.
Yeah, I guess so.
I have a ninja star right here. I like this one.
Trick.
Yeah. And let's see. I have a fancy donut.
I got a bunch of these.
Yeah. I have another
It's a-
normal donut. Oh, that is an orange slice.
I guess they don't need like a bunch of
Uh-huh.
frames. So you just spin them, right?
Bunch of frames. Oh yeah. There's only
Yeah,
one frame, yeah. Or
compared
two
to-
frames. One for normal state and another for when you jump over them. So there's only two frames, which means they are easier to made, but there's also more constraint for saw blades because most I can more or less only work with like circular shapes. Yeah, so that there is an issue there as well. Let me unlock more.
It's funny how they're getting killed by donuts
Yeah,
on orange slices.
yeah. That's a basketball right there. I still have more. I have like 10 saw blades in total.
They cost more too. What are you doing, Chin?
Sorry, what? What? I didn't catch it.
They cost more too.
Oh yeah, they cost more, yeah. They cost more for a reason, right? It's in response to the fact that almost like people who reach out to me, almost everyone has way too many tickets. So
Yeah.
you can think of it this way, right? I think like I can justify like the fact that characters are cheaper at first, and that I'm going to justify by saying that hey, I'm trying to nudge them to unlock characters first because I think it's probably more interesting, more fulfilling. Like characters has more frames, you know. But then once they are done with unlocking like almost all the characters, they can move towards this. So this one, I tried to make a flower. It's not very convincing, right? So I just say flower. There you go. Oh damn, so expensive. Hang on.
450.
Let me just give myself 10.
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation. One more. That's a donut. That's 2 donuts. Okay, out of order.
Bagel.
There you go. Bagel. Oh yeah, I should name it Bagel instead.
Bagel.
Bagel. I'll name it Bagel. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, I'll change it to random, right? And then we start playing.
Bagel.
So that's flower. Let's kill myself. That's bagel.
I wonder if that's too much. If you had a glitch Flip saw blade.
Wow, that might be too much. Yeah. The 8 ball, right? When you jump over them, they become 6 ball.
What?
The number changed.
What?
Alright, there's more. I like the ninja star the best actually, because it looks the most intimidating. Oh, that's the tennis ball. Come on. Oh, there we go. It's bloody intimidating, look at this.
I like how they turn direction,
Yeah.
rotation. Do they all have the same mask?
Yes, they all have the same collision mask.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's about it, I think. And also yesterday I released Jamjaboa Swirl 13, and I did a mock-up. Because during one of the days I was like quite tired, right? Not in the mood to code, so I make a mock-up of what I might do next. But that's about it.
Reminds me of damn, what is that name?
Which one?
The Last Station?
Oh, Last Station. Wait, let me look it up.
I want to say The Last Station.
Last Station.
The Final Station. There we go.
Final Station?
Yeah, Final
Is
Station.
that a horror game?
Yeah, it's a horror game.
Nice. Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
What's the game about?
You're basically going around on a train. You gotta deliver people and stuff. But as you go to different locations, you have to collect things like keys or save the people too, and you find the monsters. You gotta kill the monsters.
Nice. In my mind, like this mock-up that I'm doing, I want this to be a remake of Train Top Mania. I'm not sure if I've shown you Train Top Mania, but it's a one-button shooter. So again, right, I'm approaching this as if it's a mobile game project, right? Because I feel like I'm maybe getting some momentum on the mobile platform, so I'm thinking of doubling my efforts on the platform. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you got like a huge audience now.
Sorry?
You got a huge audience now.
Alright, huge. I'm not sure if huge is the.
It's bigger than like 10,000 or something.
Oh right, you mean the people who have like installed the game, right? Yeah. I kind of think of audience as the people who will, recognize the brand and will play my next game. So because right, for mobile, most people who download the game, they are generally a casual audience, right? They are not likely to.
Do you not announce your next game in the previous game?
No.
You should do that.
You mean cross promotion?
Yeah.
I could do that. I don't have an automated way of doing it though. Like if I want to do it, I literally need to update the game, right, and then manually put a commercial in there.
We just need a little GIF and a link. It'll just link to the thing. I don't think you gotta go too crazy with it.
Yeah. I could try that. Maybe I can have like a more games button somewhere, right?
Yeah, that'd work. Yeah.
I do need to check on the platform's policy on that. Like, there is a chance that some. Like, I'm not sure if Apple allows that. Yeah, if they don't, right, then I cannot do that.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think some platforms have that kind of policy in place, right? I think you cannot like on Steam. I don't think you're allowed to link players to some external site from within the game?
can.
You can?
You can. Yeah, I've done that. Other people have done it.
Oh, really?
Oni does it. Yeah.
Okay, I have to look into it. Yeah. Also,
You
my
can't.
Mhm.
The actual rule that you're referring to is you can't link to an external page on your Steam page, but I mean everybody does it.
Oh,
I'm be funny for that. I
right.
see it all the time. It's for a while. I was like, why are all these people linking to the Discords? So that was one of the things you couldn't do. But
Right.
everybody does it anyways. Because if you send your page out for submission and you have it linked to a Discord or something,
Yeah.
they'll reject it. But if you send it without it and then you add it later, they won't do anything about it.
Right.
Plus,
right.
you can just put the links and stuff in your like announcements and whatnot, or your community tab.
Right. But there are also some like more obscure rules, right? Like I think you cannot ask your players to review the game from within the game itself, right? Have you heard of
Well,
that?
I mean, I don't even think you can, because I don't think there's any communication with the API with that.
Right, but I don't think you're even supposed to say, "Hey, please review the game."
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, I remember reading that they have a policy against that. But I could be wrong.
The policy is probably you can't like reward people for reviewing your game.
Ah, right.
That's a very common thing in general for companies, especially on mobile.
Right.
I know that's a big rule on mobile, because a lot of people got in trouble for that, where they rewarded people. The Domino's down the street got in trouble for that.
The what?
The Domino's, they were rewarding people for 5-star reviews. If you showed them
really
a 5-star review, on your phone, they ended up taking it down.
Oh my god, I see.
Because they got in trouble. Yeah.
I see. Gaming the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my time is up. I next week I'll actually today I want to submit the beta build of Subblades, but I have to first fix that bloody settings page bug, right? So after I fix that, I will submit the game to beta, and then for the rest of next week, I want to add more characters and localization, and that's it for me. It's your turn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. My throat's a little dry. Oh,
Get some water.
There it goes. Not right now. I'm fine. It's mostly because I'm sleepy and trying to. Because of the Easter's coming up.
Right.
With my sisters, but I go to work. I do a night shift the next night, so it's like I'm probably gonna end up falling asleep at work. That's fine. Whatever.
It does not sound healthy.
Well, it's because I want to spend time with family and stuff, but I'm usually asleep during the day, but I have to stay up during the day to spend time with them.
Right.
So if I end up staying up during the day, then I gotta go into work at night, and it like overlaps.
Right.
It's one of the big reasons why I want to quit this job.
Yeah.
Or at least just go to like days.
Yeah.
And, they need someone to take over those 2 nights.
Yeah, I think eventually you want to work more normal hours, right? It's too taxing on the body.
What was I? Right, let me start the game.
Are you sharing your screen?
I'm about to. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Can you hear it?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did I talk about the button showing? No, I did. Yeah, I did. Because I unplugged the thing. Yeah, okay. I'm about to start playing it in the window, the small window. There we go. All right. Yeah, so you get, usual stuff. Things I work on. Let me know if it's too loud.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Alright, cool. It's a little loud for me. It's weird. You are like really quiet, but the game is like kind of loud. Got these new speakers or whatever. It's Okay. So one of the new things I've added is this thing. It doesn't do anything yet, but it's there. I designed the crafting table, basically.
Nice.
You won't be able to use it right now because you don't have the. It needs energy. You're gonna have like a little battery thing that you have to charge up by killing enemies. But since you don't have it now, it's like it's some kind of machine. You don't know what it is yet. So you're like, okay. You get the usual stuff. I'm starting the player off with. I might actually cut it down again, but I gave you 5 extra spaces to start off with. Because I kept running around and kept getting my inventory full, and I didn't want players to like constantly be coming back and forth too often. Like I want them to do that, but I don't want them to do it too often.
Right.
Is that it? Oh, I can hear the bass on this too. Jeez. Right, let me my list. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything while I'm going through it. Alright, okay. Yeah, I gotta go. That's right, I gotta do all that. So one of the big things I also started doing was started planning out all the routes and the puzzles and stuff. So for future playtests, I'm gonna have to like figure out a quicker way to dance. A quicker way to jump between rooms. That way I don't have to do everything that I'm doing right now. It's just to get to like certain parts.
Right.
This door's locked now. So what I ended up doing is I'm gonna create a simple linear path to start off with. So like it shows off all the mechanics. And it's like my tutorial. So I'm just sending the player out. It feels like it's like, natural, or that's the goal anyways. Trying to make it feel natural, like you're just playing it through, but it's teaching you stuff. Let's see if I can find. Oh, there's nothing. All right, so you have your enemies. Get out of here. Yeah, kind of an expert now. Nah, I still miss a lot. I still can't get used to the combat fully. I added a bunch of new items. So you see in the bottom right, you get your little things right here. And a new thing I added was stacking. Before it was everything just took up one space.
Yeah.
But I added this because I kept running out of space. It's also the reason why I added the 5 here. But maybe I still gotta test it some more to see how the stacking goes. But if the stacking is like good enough, I might just cut it back down to 5, or cut it back down to, what is that, 15? Yeah.
Right. But is there like a maximum item count?
The maximum goes all the way down here. So like this would be your maximum after you it's gonna be one of the upgrades.
Oh no, I meant like how many can you stack into one space?
Oh yeah. Each one has like different stacking amounts.
Oh.
What is it? Coins is 3, the dusts are 5, and the gems are 2, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm hearing that bass for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that just stacking? I don't know if that's too much of a bass.
I hear some rattling towards the end of that sound effect as well.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
like a thump, a big thump. That one right there. I originally picked it because I wanted like a heartbeat kind of thing, but I don't know. I'll see. Hopefully this doesn't crash. Okay, so let me get to my other stuff. What did I do? Okay, so item stacking. Talk about that. I reworked enemy spawning. That was like a whole rework thing. It's all behind the scenes though, so I can't really like show that off. Added loot tables. So now when you grab something from a thing, you get specific things from certain things. So like from the toilet, you get like water or
get water from the toilet?
Yeah, water from the toilet.
Right.
Other stuff like if you get the sink, you get a pipe. Water as well. But if you search from like you won't find water in a drawer or anything. You have the mini fridges. That's the only place you can find alcohol. because you know it's like a mini fridge from a hotel.
Right.
Puzzle paths. This should be the only part right here. Yeah, this is the big stuff right here. Get the camera. How many items? Hopefully it doesn't crash because I haven't tested the camera yet while after messing with all this stacking crap. Okay, so there's gonna be a little paper here. It's gonna be like it's gonna tell you that there's a secret message in the restroom or whatever. You're gonna be like, okay, so what do I? You gotta use the camera. It's gonna mention that too. So you do it. It's a little flash there, but you know you don't fully see it. But if you go into your pictures, you can see the code.
Oh.
So that's how that works.
Nice.
So you know there's gonna be another note. It's gonna tell you about the lockbox that I showed off in a GIF in the what do you call it? Which is this thing right here. And so you gotta figure out, you gotta find a code so you can, you know, if you don't know it, if you press A, it'll like be like, oh, you can't get in, it's locked. But if you do like, you know, the actual code, it'll do its own thing.
Nice.
Then you find the axe. And that's how you get the axe and whatnot. Is that it? I think that's it. Other than one hidden camera messages. Oh, right. You can rename your pictures as well. So if you look on the left, yeah, it says like rename. You can just rename it. I don't know if like. There you go.
Ligma. You made the font yourself, right? All of this.
Yeah, the font I made myself. Yeah.
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can like do that. You can't do it with photos though. You can't do anything else. Just because I don't want players. Well, first of all, it's more work for me to program, but also, you know, I don't want players to like get confused between stuff if they misname it. Also, players sharing other stuff. Like if they were talking about it or whatever, I don't want them to like get confused. Like, oh, you know, I didn't name it that. Or something like that, you know. So I can rename pictures, hidden camera messages, got the lockbox, item stacking, rework any spawn, loot tables, crafting table started, puzzle paths, which is like the sequence of, you know, how I do the puzzles. What sequence you're going to be doing the puzzles in. Right now it's linear, but it's going to break out into where you can take different paths. Like, for example, you're going to get another axe, and you're going to have to choose between two paths. And I think I talked about this last time, yeah. And when you use the axe on one, you got to go all the way through or part way, whatever. To get another axe, so you can open up the other way, so you can go that way too. And like I want the players to go everywhere, but at the same time, I want them to like branch out and go into different paths and stuff. Make them make different decisions based on who's playing. You know, make the gameplay a little different. I think that's it. I want to say that's it.
That's cool. So
the only other thing is I submitted to the Jonas Tyler. I forgot how to say his name. Yeah, the Jonas thing. I don't think I've gotten any responses yet, but I assume he's got to play through all of those games.
Yeah,
part of me is hoping he hasn't played mine yet, so I can.
Yeah, it's not even the deadline yet, right?
I thought it was the 9th or the 6th.
Oh, the 9th? Oh, okay,
9th.
okay. I see. Yeah. 9th. Right.
I couldn't figure out how to send because it was asking for screenshots, but I was like, it only lets you send one. So I assumed I have to zip up the screenshots, and that's what I sent. So I don't know how.
That should be fine.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm sure they know how to unzip.
Yeah. It's just that with so many games, so I don't know if they were expecting to like just click real quick and go through them really fast. Because I know that's a big thing with streamers and stuff. They just want to get the stuff really quick. It's not that they don't like the stuff. It's just so much.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah.
That's cool. What's next again?
I am going to work on
Use Paradise.
I keep wanting to, but then this game keeps distracting me, and then I get tired. Man,
That's all right.
everyday
That
struggle.
happens. That happens.
Yeah. So right now the plan is because I keep planning on. I made the pay. I made.
You what?
I made of the uh, House of Krular page on itch.
Yes.
Instead of working on the page for Kim's Paradise, which is funny. As I was working on it too, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this now. I should just be spending this time working on the Paradise page. But I think part of me was like kind of pushed because of the Jonas thing, and I wanted them to like
Yeah.
go to the link and
Yeah.
go to the page and be like, ooh.
Yeah. They do require you to have a download link for them, right? So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. When I sent it though, it was just a blank page. It just had nothing on it.
Mm.
It just needed. I guess part of I guess it was better to just do that real quick, get that all set up.
Yeah.
Other than that, just gonna be working on. Well, I work tomorrow night, so I'll probably just use that time to like plan stuff out.
Right.
Plan like the path of all the puzzles and whatnot. I've written some puzzles down. And I'm gonna put those in somehow. Trying to have fun with it. Do different kinds of things and whatnot. Um, Other than that, yeah, it's just design the puzzles and place the enemies.
Yeah.
And
Looking forward to
make the
that.
enemies. Oh yeah. Let me designing a boss. Where
Hmm.
is he?
What kind of a
What's his name?
boss could you put in this game?
Oh yeah, so many different kinds of bosses. There's honestly no limit to what you can do.
Right.
Because
But if the
my
boss is like huge, right, then um uh, what would be the technical challenge there?
um wait, what do you mean?
I mean, I imagine if the boss fight is against like a huge monster, making the huge monster in a sprite stack manner would be difficult, right? Is it?
Oh
You,
no. It's easy. It's not really a problem.
oh.
Um, what'll probably end up happening because this one actually is kind of tall.
Mm,
I think the max right now is 9, so like I can't go up that high.
right.
But I'm gonna probably figure out some way to like you know just draw the top part or whatever. Because one of the plans I had a long time ago was when it got to a certain height, I can just draw everything above it. So like
Oh, right,
if
right,
this is the only thing that's that high,
right,
then I can just draw it wherever. It doesn't matter because it's always going to go over everything.
right.
Basically, I
Oh,
think.
would it
Yeah.
be right to say that you're maybe doing the for the lack of a better term like a billboarding approach, meaning you only ever see the boss in from this perspective. You cannot see
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
it. Ah, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Like all the enemies and everything, they're always facing the same way. That was another thing I was thinking about too,
Mm,
making the bosses like the pixel stacking.
mm.
But I kind of wanted to stick to the same thing because all the enemies they're all flat like
Yeah,
this.
and doing it this way is probably more manageable, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
Because
you would like if it is like legit 3D. I don't even know how you would animate it. It's like crazy.
it's just tedious. It's just you just gotta plan everything out, like all the movements.
Right. But then you have to do it on multiple layers, right? Which is
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no like it's easy. So like when it's flat like this, I can just use the draw sprite part with a
Mm,
for loop. So every eye is like a layer.
right.
But when it's 3D, I can't do that because there's no way to. Because a for loop is just one dimension. It doesn't like look at 3D. It's, there's ways to do it, but it's not. It'd look ridiculous if I tried to
Right.
actually draw it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not trivial. Yeah.
you know. Anyways, I mean, it's probably doable, but I'm just gonna stick to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
This is
it's better if you stick to this. Can you imagine if you do like legit 3D for one boss, then the rest of the boss would you need to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, that was part of the idea because the original goal
Huh.
of the Call of Kurlar, the town building one, the
Yeah.
kingdom one. The original idea was for the monsters to actually be a different dimension
Oh.
because it's supposed to be like you like different dimension kind of stuff.
Right,
And
right.
so the idea was so like every time I thought about it, whenever like if it say it was animated or something, it would be something like have you ever seen Gumball?
Yes. Amazing
Yeah,
World of
so
Gumball, yeah.
yeah, so you know how some of the characters are 2D and some of the characters are
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah.
The idea would be like, the monsters would be the 3D characters and the your characters would be the 2D characters.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I always imagined it, but you know I could never really do that
Right, right.
because yeah, it's 3D.
It really, really sells the whole premise of this cosmic horror, right? A being that
Yeah,
exists beyond the comprehension of people.
yeah, that was the idea. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
but
Mm.
it'll be a while before that happens, so
Yeah.
whatever.
That's cool. Well,
Stick with this.
um, so bosses and puzzles and stuff. That's cool. Um, shall we recap then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be everything.
Mm.
Oh, well, I can cover
Uh,
this one last little thing.
Uh-huh.
I tried messing with a bunch of keyboards. I finally decided on the one that you saw, but ugh,
Mm.
radio keyboards just suck. I made a where you use the stick and you move around to select the letter or whatever. It's just a damn headache. So if anyone's
Yeah.
ever thinking about doing that, that's why I'm bringing this up. If anybody's ever thought about doing a radio keyboard by using the stick to select a letter, don't do it. It feels horrible.
Ra radio wait, what's the trouble that you're facing?
It's just a feel. Uh,
Right.
it's just straight up the feel.
It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it
Do
just
do
feels
you have to give it
awful.
like a huge dead zone for it to feel better to control?
Well, I tried all kinds of different. Let me see if this just works. Oh, wait, let me. Am I still streaming my
Yeah,
screen?
yeah, you're still streaming.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, this
Oh
is
Oh.
my
it.
god.
Yeah, it's all messed up though because I screwed up some stuff. But let me actually let me
Didn't they
fix
do
that.
this on the Wii? I wonder how they put all the letters in there.
No idea.
Wait, check something real quick. Oh, right, that's what I did. I messed with that. Sorry, let me. What is that? 3 + 3.
That looked like quite a bit of effort.
Yeah, it didn't take that long. It was more tedious than anything. Like close enough. Why is it like that? Oh my
Wow.
god. Yeah, I just have to put all the letters. This is the TD spot right here. Just selecting, figure out everything else. Like what you figure out, like the positioning, because it's all based on like I don't pick where it goes. I just select the distance. I use the lens stuff, the link direction, whatever, and I just pick a certain degree. I split up 360 divided by what was it, 30? I think because I added extra characters,
Mm.
so it's 26 plus the extra 4. And I did that, and yeah. Hmm. I don't remember. Whatever. I'm just to show you, just how annoying it is. So before it didn't have that little dot in the middle,
Mm.
and all right, that's why it looks so different because I changed the. So before all the letters and everything was just in one circle, so the little inner circle wasn't there,
Right.
and just trying to like select a letter was just so annoying. That's why I was like, well, maybe if I tried this like little thing, this just feels awful too. It just did not feel good. Like it looks like it should work, but in practice, it just did not feel
It
good at
requires
all.
too much precise
Yeah,
control, right?
yeah, too much control because you have to be way too precise with the what
Mm,
do you call it? Like I even tried moving these in like further in,
mm,
which you have a certain amount that you can only do because they get too close and then they bump into each other or whatever.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I was like just testing this. I mean, it feels good when you have only like what is it, 13 or something?
Right.
5, 10, 16. Yeah, it feels great when you only have 16 letters. Because you're like a lot more precise, but you need more. Another thing I was thinking was like having the A and X be the buttons. So like if you're over here, you press A to get the inner one, and X to get the outer one.
Right.
Uh, but I didn't think that was gonna work just because it's too much for the player to remember and too much of a hassle.
Mm,
Yeah, but I could probably use this for something like a little puzzle, like that. Because sometimes puzzles, the controls for the puzzles are a little hectic, a little hard. I don't want to make it too difficult, but I'll just take out the inner ring and just have it be like the buttons on the outside. So they have like those symbols. That
yeah.
way, it's a lot easier to be more precise and stuff. You can be like, okay, I gotta press this symbol and this other symbol. Yeah, you can see me walking around because I just didn't care. I just wanted to test to see how it worked. Instead of stopping the player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
That's cool.
just let anybody know that was thinking about using a radio.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Point taken. We will not
Yeah.
make a radio keyboard. That's cool. Well, all right. John.
Mm. Right. So yeah, next week I will try to get some gameplay in for reals this time.
Are you sure?
For real. For real.
Okay.
Ooh,
Fantastic. As for me,
looking forward to it.
yeah, looking forward to it. Exactly. Looking forward to it. And then after that will be multiplayer, right, John?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, as for me, I will be working on fixing that bug. So I mentioned about
The
legacy
legacy.
support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So for the people who don't really want that change, I'm going to provide the option for it. I have already provided the option, but for some reason during presentation it doesn't show up. Like what the hell? So I have to look into why that is not showing up. That's one thing. And for the rest of next week, I will be working on localization and uh, what's that? More characters. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's it for
More
me.
Saw Blades too, or just characters? Yeah.
Oh, huh.
I mean,
The focus will be 10 characters because that's what I promised. But
okay.
if I can make more soblets, I would love to do that as well. In fact, like if you have any ideas, right? I'll be grateful to
I'm telling you, you should have a little contest thing or something. Just or not really a contest, just a thing. Just be like,
I'm a little bit scared of hosting a contest because like
well, that's what I'm saying. Don't do a contest because that's like a whole headache for
yeah.
rewards and whatnot. Just do it like a thing where it's like send in your ideas, whatever.
Yeah, but I always try to present myself in a way that I'll come across as being accepting and appreciative of suggestions. I think that's how I come across. It's just that like if I make it official, right, and say, oh, this like feel free to, how do I put it? If I make it official, right, make it an official thing and say, hey everyone, just give me your ideas, then I'm afraid that I might be setting up an expectation that I cannot fulfill because now because then I don't want people to say that hey, if I make a suggestion, right, you'll definitely make it into the game. And sometimes I just cannot. I don't have the bandwidth, right, considering all my other all my other commitments. I cannot. I may not have the bandwidth to actually handle every single request.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can get that.
Mm.
I think I talked about that. Tiny folks.
Yeah.
That's how he came up. That's how he got some of his monster designs.
Mm.
He had a little contest, and he actually had rewards for them too. I can't remember. I think it was like a copy of the game if your monster was chosen.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Are they full-time developers?
No, no.
No, oh, no, right, right. Yeah, I feel like, I feel like if I can afford to do this full time, right, like I would be able to do I would be able to, commit to like a bigger decisions, but
Mm.
because now I'm like split myself three ways, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, I'm sure you understand that as well, right? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, you have your
Yeah.
job, and then I'm sure you will feel a certain way when people ask you for like support on the original crew lah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel the same
Mm.
way. So sometimes I'm very careful with the expectations that I set up. Yeah.
Uh,
Mm,
yeah, that's why I say. Yeah, that's why I said I understand why you wouldn't want to do it.
mm.
I was just putting it out there.
One day, if I have like more bandwidth, I would want to do that, right? It's a fun community thing, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Yeah, it's mostly just a community thing.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, you have what, two projects, and you're thinking of doing a third one?
Yeah.
It's crazy, Chinny. Who does that?
And my I have part-time work too. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's
Oh,
mm.
all right. Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. Gonna be working on path path planning.
Half planning.
Yeah, path planning. Oh, like the player's path, how the puzzles are gonna work out, how it's gonna connect, and all that stuff.
Right, right.
Like I have a path already made.
Hmm.
I just got to fill in the path with locked doors and puzzles,
I'm actually
basically.
a little bit curious, right? Like, so I imagine you design each puzzle as like maybe a linear progression of things to do, right? And then you have like multiple of them, and then how do you go about piecing them all together inside a organic, singular map? Like, do you have a
The
structure to do that?
Well, from what I've learned from both, playing Resident Evil Silent Hill
Hmm.
and listening to people's feedback on like the puzzles and whatnot,
Hmm.
from what I learned, you got to connect them. There's a video I watched recently too. They explained it really well. Uh, so there's this thing that a lot of horror games do, and it's just put the puzzles in just because uh, people will expect puzzles from horror games.
Right.
Uh, that's how the dude put it, and he made it more clear for me to be like, when you're designing your puzzles, use the lore to make the puzzles make sense in the world.
Right.
So like the good example he had was Amnesia. So there's that puzzle where you're in the basement or cellar, I forget where it is. And you're twisting the knobs and you're making the potion, and it's like it has nothing to do with the whole amnesia thing.
Yeah.
It just feels like it was tacked on. And that's something he was like, yeah, you should just avoid that kind of thing. And I
Mm.
was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't just tack on things. I mean, I wasn't planning on doing that, but he just confirmed more of my thoughts on the stuff that I wasn't super clear on deciding on.
Right.
Um, so the idea is, so I have the path and I already split up the entire thing, but I have luckily with how I have it designed and how the theme is presented, where I don't even know how to say that, like how, because of what the theme is, I'm
Mm.
able to make room. I'll do that. I'm able to make a lot of use out of a lot of room. So like right now, there's you know how you saw the map and like some rooms were like broken and connected.
Yeah.
There are doors that I can use to just open up the map to where it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain that. I think of is it Harry Potter that did it? Where they open there's like a tiny little wagon and then they open it and it's like massive inside.
Oh, impossible spaces, right? That's the word for it.
Yeah, that kind of,
Right.
yeah. I'm able to do that kind of thing.
Ah.
With like different doors. So even though a door might look like it wouldn't go anywhere, because on the other side, like you saw the map and like that room is obviously destroyed and it's connected to other rooms.
Mm.
I can use the other side of the door to open up into a different kind of room or just a different room in general. I'm going to use that as a kind of like teleportation as well. So
Right.
like you open a door and it's going to go to like different rooms and those rooms are going to be like on different floors or uh, across the map or whatever.
Right.
So it's going to have like an interconnecting kind of thing. Um, where was I going with this? Sorry, I'm a little tired.
we
What was
were
your
talking
question about?
about like your puzzle, like the various puzzles, various progression paths. Like how do you
Oh, right.
combine
Okay,
them?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like the video mentioned, it was weird because it just popped up somewhere and it's like, what this oddly has to do with it was like a 3-year-old video or something like that. It's like this is very specific to my needs.
It's Google spying
Yeah,
on you. Yeah.
yeah, probably. I guess they know what I'm making or something. Yeah. But yeah, so you make the puzzles and you use the lore and the themes or whatever to actually make the puzzles make sense.
Right.
The idea I'm going with was I'm kind of borrowing from Resident Evil. There's an architect in Resident Evil that made. That's why there's all those puzzles and dimensions.
Right.
It's because the architect. There's a specific kind of I forget his name, but there's a specific architect, and it's explained like he's just a guy that does it, or for some reason I forget what the reason was. The guy said it in the video, but I can't remember right now.
Right.
But anyways, but they made sense out of it. Like they put lore to it, and that's what I'm gonna do because this mansion was made to worship Krular the god. And so the architect or architects, there was more than one. Uh, they designed it to have like all these little puzzles and twists to like trap people inside and whatnot.
Mm.
And because part of Kruler's whole thing is that this is why Tense Paradise is a dice game and all the characters are like casino stuff.
Mm.
It's because Krular is a really he's a game kind of god thing.
Okay.
Likes to play games with people.
Right.
So like, and he likes to test people's luck. He uses it as like a test for worthiness or whatever. There's like a whole thing. I wrote it somewhere. I forgot what it is exactly. I can't remember. Whatever. Anyways, that's part of what explains the puzzles. So the architects make the puzzles to challenge the occupants, so the residents.
Mm.
And I'm going to use that to help build the puzzles. Yeah, that's where I was going with this. Okay.
Right.
I can use all that to help build the puzzles. And because I have so much room I can work with, I can put in like little rooms that break out into little puzzles that you get a key or something, or you solve the puzzle, it gives you another key to go somewhere else. There is something I'm trying to avoid though, but I'm going to try and avoid it. I don't know if I can.
Mm.
There's a thing where there's a point where horror games just become keys to find more keys.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a key hunt.
Right.
I want to kind of avoid that, but it's kind of hard because it's a massive hotel. So
Yeah.
so it's like everything's keys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to try and figure out some way to like mess with that. One of the ways I sort of am messing with it is the like you saw the lockbox. I'm gonna put more lockboxes everywhere.
Mm.
So you have to figure out like the puzzle, whatever, to figure out the pattern, which will give you numbers and use those numbers to figure out the lockbox.
Right. Right.
Which will open up like so I'm gonna disguise the keys as like the axe. It's technically a key if you want to be technical about it,
Right.
because it opened a pathway. It's just it's not shaped in a key.
Mm.
There was more to this I was gonna say. Your question was how what?
My question was like, how do you come up with like all the different puzzles and then like put them into a singular map? Because like the map is basically just adjacent rooms, right? And then they're interconnected and stuff like that. So how do you lay out multiple linear paths into this obviously non-linear map? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Basically, okay. So first, I made the current path right now, and I'm basically gonna build off of that path. I might change some stuff. Basically, it's like so I made something out of clay. Then I'm gonna build stuff off of that clay sculpture thing that I made.
Right.
And I'm gonna change the sculpture around. I'm gonna like pinch parts and connect other parts to other parts. Like the base of it's still gonna be there, but I'm gonna morph it and change it around to help build the paths and whatnot.
Right.
Without making the player run around way too much. Which that's where Dark Souls influence would come into, because it has a, what do you call those? The paths that
the path actually comes back. Yeah, circles back, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a few of those are gonna be in there. So like you're gonna find a key. You're gonna unlock the door and you're gonna go inside. And you're gonna see like the either the doors I was talking about where it goes to different rooms, or different floors, or it's gonna be like a teleporter, which is what those candles are. So when you go into that room, you see those 4 candles. That's what those candles are. They're teleportation spots. I might add more candles. I don't know. Whatever. It's just It's just there just to give me an idea of like what I'm going for with the teleportation. So that's gonna be one way to do it, and then the other way is gonna be just like going into the rooms, going into the 4 corner rooms or whatever that we want to call it, and that'll circle back. And other ways is also just unlocking a door, and like when you start through the hallways, you find a door, it's locked on the other side, and you're like, oh yeah, and then you go through the whole little maze and you circle back to that door, and then you unlock it from the other side, and you like open it, and you're like, oh look, I'm back where I am. It's like, and then that makes the whole path shorter trying to go back to get where you need to go. Which then I'm using the like a video I remember watching on Dark Souls path design or whatever. So that makes getting to the next path shorter, so you can get there quicker or whatever.
Right.
Which would then eventually that path would circle back as well. So it goes back to the same room.
Right.
Yeah. That kind of stuff.
That's great. That's great. Looking forward to see how that plays out.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's honestly just random. I'm just going with the flow.
Going with the flow, yeah. I mean, as a certain fun to it, right? Just discovering what the game is about as you develop it.
Yeah, because it's like, so when I was designing the stuff right now, and as I'm designing it now, I don't even know what the path is going to be. So it's like I'm playing the game as I'm designing it.
Right.
And I like explore. I discover like, wow, this is a cool. I've actually found that it's happened a few times already, where I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool that it connects to this and this, and I can just use this to do this. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
I might be rambling a little because I'm tired. Yeah, you go.
Right. Okay.
What were you gonna say?
No, I'm pretty much done.
Oh.
Yeah. So do you have anything else to add?
No.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do this again next week then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully.
Talk to you all again next week, next Sunday. John, hoping to see that gameplay. All right.
Online multiplayer.
Multiplayer, yeah.
Online multiplayer.
Online, yes.
Online multiplayer, yeah.
All right, man. Thanks everyone. I'll see you all next week.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Was fun. That was fun. All right, so guess this is where we end the dev chat. So I need to fix a bug, right? The legacy support issue. There's one, for some reason it didn't appear, so I need to fix that. In fact, I'm gonna fix it now. I'll end the stream and I'll fix it off stream. Thanks everyone for hanging around. I appreciate it. Han, if you're still here, thanks for hanging around and and giving your feedback. We appreciate it. All right, see you all. Bye.